The cobra that stood guard over Miami's Serpentarium for years never made it to its reincarnation as South Miami's high school mascot. The school band played taps. The pep squad was gloomy. But in this new year, new life flickers for South Miami's cobra. Like a latter-day Dr. Frankenstein, Hank Banks works on a monstrous 17-foot replacement snake, the reinforced steel spine to support a skin of wire mesh and fiberglass.
It's built like a bridge. The sculpture of this type is like its construction.
This 72-year-old sculptor should know. He's built giant Santas and elves, parade floats. He specializes in the large and exotic.
Hank Banks actually learned to weld some 35 years ago while he was working on the original Serpentarium snake, which was 110 feet long.
That super snake was the victim of a 50s hurricane. It was replaced by the snake that fell apart 15 months ago. Banks and assistant Phil Warren are making this one stronger, though making snaky shapes out of steel can be tough when you're 72.
It doesn't bother me too much unless I keep at it too long some days, and then that night I have creaks and groans.
But the years have given Banks a lot of know-how as well.
I basically want to tap his brain.
Phil Warren used to build buildings, but he signed on with Banks hoping to learn this more artistic sort of construction.
I too learned how to weld on a snake.
The welding and molding and painting is all supposed to be done by the end of this month or early next, when the cobra is due to go up outside South Miami High. Nick Bogert, News 4.
Thieves have often been called snakes, but this man is accused of being a snake thief. State wildlife officers and Metro-Dade police arrested 31-year-old Charles Ferris at his Southwest Dade home this morning. They were trying to find more than 20 valuable snakes, which disappeared more than 3 months ago. Wildlife officers have been conducting a snake-in-the-grass undercover operation.
There was word amongst the snake dealing community that an individual was trying to sell certain snakes that matched the description of what was stolen. We made contact with him in an undercover capacity and made arrangements to buy some snakes, and actually did buy 2 of the snakes that were identified as stolen property.
They found some of the snakes in a small warehouse locker across from Tamiami Airport. If he's found guilty of stealing these snakes, Charles Ferris could be spending the next 10 years in a jail cell not much bigger than this.
Not very secure.
The snakes are valuable because they're rare breeders, like this albino California king snake and the Honduran milk snake. Their owner, Joseph Wasilewski, came to claim them. He was pretty sure the thief had to be a snake aficionado.
Well, I know the person, sort of. He's been to my place, and I know whoever took him had to be to my place, because the way the animals were stolen, it just had to be someone that knew.
The problem is that officers recovered only 5 of the snakes. More than 20 were stolen. Somewhere out there are quite a few escapees. Non-poisonous, but sure to give the other warehouse tenants here quite a surprise. In Southwest Dade, Katrina Daniel, News 4.